What's going on, guys? Bobby with Consumer Time Capsule, back with another review for you here. And today we're at the Capsule talking about Budweiser Freedom Reserve Red Lager. And believe it or not, this is actually based off of George Washington's 1753 Military Journal beer recipe. And really what you're looking at here, so a red lager is a toasted barley beer. So the reason why they call it red lager is, I guess, the toasting of the barley kind of gives it a little bit of a reddish, orangish hue. How do you like that Crystal Pepsi glass, by the way? We're going to get into why that's important later. Well, I'm going to open up this and I'm going to pour it right into that glass so you can kind of see the color, because right now it's just looking like a, just a normal brown Budweiser. And here we go. You know, it actually looks a heck of a lot more orange than it does red, but I guess, you know, they call orange-haired people redheads, so that must that must be something. Anyway, it's actually, it doesn't look like just about any beer that I can think of, quite frankly. It's there we go. So it there you go. So yeah, it's, I don't know. Let's see what George Washington knows about beer. Apparently in 1753, if you wanted beer, you just kind of had to make your own. And, you know, now as of May 1st, you can buy this at a grocery store. You want one, Ryan? Oh yeah, you gotta also pop it open. Sorry, man. Cheers to George Washington himself. And we can feel good about drinking it because apparently 25 cents of the money that went towards purchasing this is going to end up getting donated to scholarships for the children of veterans. So that's good. I like that.
I like it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It has 5.4% alcohol by volume, which is fairly strong, but you know, it's got a little bit. Did George Washington invent Budweiser, or did they take a little bit of liberties with it? Because I taste Budweiser in it.
Sweet Budweiser.
It's sweet Budweiser, yeah. He might have invented Budweiser. He was the first president and invented Budweiser. So it is a little bit sweet, and apparently, so it has a rich caramel malt taste is how they describe it. It does not taste like any caramel I've ever had in my entire life, and I've had a lot of caramel, but it does have a sweetness. Like, it doesn't taste like caramel. Are they crazy? It's like, you could not sneak this into a Snicker bar. That's for sure. So it's pretty good. I would say, look, it certainly isn't as good as like Busch and regular Budweiser, but it's also much stronger. I mean, you're talking about, a 5.4% alcohol by volume. That's a pretty hard-hitting beer, and really, it's pretty drinkable by that standard. I mean, would you agree? I mean, am I missing out on anything beer-wise here? Look, in case you can't tell, I'm not a super distinguished beer judge, but really, I think most folks are buying Bud Light and Coors Light and Miller Light and all those, beers that are looked down upon. So I'm coming from that perspective. Excuse me. Really, the main thing is that what I love about this is the gimmick. It's George Washington's beer from 1753. I can't even quickly do the math on that. It's a long-ass time. 1757, oh man. So this was more recent beer. Like, I'm sure he had a beer in 1753, but that might have got lost to time. I'm gonna go ahead and give that gimmick a 9 out of 10. Great idea. I mean, really, there's very little more that they could have done to come out with a beer that would have been more interesting than that. So, cheers to Budweiser on making that call. I mean, Anheuser-Busch is the best. I mean, they're the best beer company as far as I'm concerned. So great job on that. In terms of the beer itself, I mean, look, as a limited release, as something maybe you get once or twice, it's pretty good. I mean, I give it like a 7 out of 10. It's got a Budweiser taste and but a little bit sweeter finish. You know, it is pretty good. I'm not totally in love with it. Like I'm not gonna be disappointed when it goes away necessarily, but I'm glad that I got a chance to try it, and I really think that you should too. So if you tried it or are about to try it, go ahead and leave a comment. And don't you guys forget the Crystal Pepsi employee-only instructional marketing video. We're sitting on it until we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So really, power's in your hands now. I mean, we're ready to release this ASAP. Let's do it today. Tell all your friends. However many friends it takes, let's get this thing released because we're ready. I'll miss you till I see ya.